After his match with Wheeler Yuta, Jon Moxley then is confronted by the American Dragon Bryan Danielson, who has a very, very interesting proposal for him. Let's get into it. What is up? My name is Lloyd, and this is the Middle Card, which are my takes on the world of professional wrestling and all of its ins and outs. So let's go. If I'm being honest, AEW really knows how to think on their feet. And what do I mean like that? They always seem to know how to call an audible. If something goes wrong, they basically come up with backup plans like that. Just snap the fingers, okay, we're doing this. To be honest, part of me that thinks that Tony Khan is some kind of, I don't know, OCD, paranoid type of individual, and his brain is always going like 1,000 miles a minute, which I guess you have to be if you're going to be as rich as him. Anyway, so on Dynamite, we're supposed to have Jon Moxley versus a debuting Brian Kendrick. All of a sudden, because Brian Kendrick is leaving WWE and going to AEW, I'm guessing a bunch of WWE loyals decided to post or repost certain things that Brian Kendrick has said in his past. I'm not going to get into the things that Brian Kendrick said or how I feel about them. Fact of the matter is, the timing was just a little bit too convenient because he was in WWE the entire time where this stuff could have been posted. Anyways, all that being said, they had to pull him, let the heat cool down on the situation. That's fine. So they put in Wheeler Yuta, which is a small detail, but it ties into what happens next. Because, of course, as you would expect, Jon Moxley defeats Wheeler Yuta. No surprise there. Allow Wheeler Yuta to have a good showing, but ultimately, Jon Moxley just came back. Crowd's super behind him. You're not going to have him suffer a defeat at this point in time. This ties into what happens next. So, Bryan Danielson comes and confronts Jon Moxley, and he's been watching Moxley for weeks. You figure that this is because at Full Gear, you were supposed to get Danielson versus Moxley, and so now we're kind of turning back time and we're actually going to get this. Except the roles are kind of reversed because now Danielson's the heel and Mox is the face, and we were kind of going in a different direction the first time around. Either way, you kind of figure that, okay, Danielson is here to challenge Moxley, and that this is what this is about. Turns out, Danielson has a proposal for Moxley, which is intriguing. He decides he wants to join forces. And why? He says he has the utmost respect for Moxley, and that they should join forces, and what they should do is be trying to build their legacy. How are they going to build their legacy? One, by unifying as a force, and then they can claim pretty much any title that they want in AEW. Next, by taking on young apprentices like a Daniel Garcia, like a Wheeler Yuta, like a Lee Moriarty. He went and he name dropped, basically saying that the crews that these guys are with are pretty much jokes. He used the word joke. And that they could take them and that they could carve out the next generation of wrestler. And that Moxley should think about it. I thought this was cool. Now, will Jon Moxley go for it? I don't think it's his MO. Not really his thing. He's kind of like, I know he was in the Shield and everything like that, but that was Dean Ambrose. Jon Moxley comes across like a loner. Likes to be by himself most of the time. I don't think that he's actually going to go for this. But I do think the proposal is intriguing, and I do think that this is going to end up leading into Danielson getting his own crew, which he's stated that he wanted even before this interaction happened. But if they did, and if they were able to actually gather young talent in order to train and have as apprentices and everything like that, that would be cool. I mean, AEW is already gang warfare, and I imagine that soon they're going to be introducing trios titles, which I feel like they need because everybody's got a crew of at least 3 people. So, this kind of proposal, this interaction, this actually works for me because I don't know which direction they're going to go in. Is it going to lead to a match at Revolution? Even if they have the match, all of a sudden, is this mutual respect going to be there and they're going to form an alliance anyways? It's kind of cool, kind of a different direction for Bryan Danielson. I like it. I like it. I don't know what's going to happen next. We were supposed to get a heel turn with Mox before. Maybe now this is it. And he's going back to that character. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm along for the ride. Let's go.